guys, welcome back to my channel, Corduroy ASMR. First off, this side of my face is numb, and this side of my tongue is numb because I just came back from the dentist. Finally finished with my fillings and everything because I hadn't been to the dentist in like a really long time, and I had like a few new cavities, and then they wanted to redo all of my old fillings that were like the silver ones from when I was little. But yeah, so finally done with that part. All I need is like my crown for this tooth. Anyways, who cares? This video is gonna be I'm gonna rank the Harry Potter films. This is my personal ranking based on like, you know how much I like them and stuff like that. Obviously, your opinion may differ, but I have a pretty good opinion, I feel. So, let's begin there. So, number one, I'm gonna go from top to bottom. Or should I go bottom to top? No, top to bottom. Okay, so my number one favorite is Prisoner of Azkaban. I love this film so much. It's the only film that's by, I forget his name. The director is Alfonso something. I can't remember, but he only did that one film. And it's so gorgeous. Like, I love that film. The cinematography is so good. I will say, though, that film is, like, they really start to shit on Ron. I feel like even more so. Like, a lot of his good lines from that film, they gave to Hermione instead, or they just changed his kind of reaction to things in general, like that scene in the Shrieking Shack where Hermione is like, if you want to kill him, you'll have to kill us too, and like puts herself in front of Harry. That scene is actually supposed to be Ron. Ron stands up with his like fucking broken leg and is like balancing on one leg and does that scene. He's like, if you want to kill him, you have to kill me too, or whatever. He is the one who has that scene. Or like in Prisoner, where Hermione like answers that one question without like being called on, and then Snape calls her an insufferable know-it-all. In the movie, Ron is like, well, he's got a point, but in the film, in the books, he gets so mad, he like stands up and yells at Snape and gets a bunch of points taken away from Gryffindor because he's like yelling at a teacher, and he's like defending Hermione. I just find it weird that they changed that. Like, he's supposed to like her, he's supposed to like have a low-key crush on her. I don't understand why they would like decide to do that, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then just, I don't know, the vibes of that film are so good. The soundtrack of that film is the best one. Oh, I love it. It's so good. My favorites from that one are like, I think it's called like Harry in the Window or something like that. And then there's Harry and her, no. I can't remember the other one, fuck. But anyways, the soundtrack is so good. I'm a soundtrack girly, I love soundtracks. So that's number one. Sorry. Number two is Half-Blood Prince. When I was younger, these two films would flip-flop a lot as my favorite. Half-Blood Prince is so fun. I forgot to mention, another reason why I love Prisoner of Azkaban is because we kind of have a different villain than the traditional Voldemort, because Voldemort's obviously the villain in every film, right? In some way. It all ties back to Voldemort. Whereas in Prisoner, obviously focuses on like Sirius being after him, and then you find out obviously like that's actually his godfather and that blah blah blah, and he's a good guy and whatever. But I don't know, it's interesting to have a little change there. Anyways, back to Half-Blood Prince. I love Half-Blood Prince because we get a little bit of this in Goblet of Fire as well, but it's way more dramatic in Goblet of Fire. But in Half-Blood Prince, we see so much like of them being actual teenagers, which I think is so fun. Like, I feel like we get a lot more like just them living their wizarding life kind of vibe, if that makes sense. Like them going to Hogsmeade and like going to the joke shops and like going to the pub, and like I don't know, it's just like fun to see them be a little normal. And then you get a lot of like the angsty like relationships starting to form, and like that jealousy, and just like it's just being a teenager, and it's, I don't know, I just love it for that reason. The cinematography is also really good in this film. And then obviously we start getting all of the Malfoy stuff with him like struggling with becoming a Death Eater, and yeah, I don't know, I just love it. Next we have Goblet of Fire. When I was really little, this one was my favorite because I thought it was the most fun. I didn't really like Prisoner when I was very little because I thought it was scary. But Goblet of Fire is so fun. This is when they all kind of really start going through puberty, and like there's a lot of angst going on, and they're starting to get crushes on girls, and like there's like those awkward little moments of like Hermione touching Ron's hand and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like it's very like, I don't know, innocent, like the transition from child to, or like I guess preteen to teenager. Yeah, and then obviously we get what's it called, the Triwizard Cup, which is like, I think this is when like it started becoming very action packed, like, and obviously this is the first like really sad death scene that we get, because someone dies every film. But Goblet of Fire is when you actually like feel it, at least for me personally. Did someone die in Prisoner of Azkaban? Maybe no one died in Prisoner. I can't remember. I thought somebody died in every film, but I don't recall someone dying in Prisoner. But anyways, in Goblet of Fire, that's where you really feel that emotion, for me at least. It's the first time that it kind of gets truly like sad and dark. Like the other films, like, yeah, dark stuff happens, but it's not like, you know what I mean? And then obviously Voldemort officially comes back in like a body, like his body. There's a lot of friendship angst in this film. We have the ball as well. And then I think it's just fun to see like the different schools come to Hogwarts, because it's like fun to see like the differences, you know what I mean? That's the kind of the things that I find fascinating. Like when I first was like watching those films growing up, I would always look up like information about the schools and stuff, because I was like, I wonder what it's like to just be like one of those people. Obviously it's fake, but you know what I mean? Like, I wonder what it's like just to like live life obviously in the books it's co-ed because it wouldn't make sense to make them like segregated by sex, realistically, because it's, you know, the school that's closest to these wizards. Like, that's how they usually decide where they go to school, you know what I mean? So that doesn't really make sense. But fourth place is Order of the Phoenix. I like this one because, again, I think it's fun. I love, it's a change of pace as well, like having someone else as the headmaster who is a fucking bitch that everyone hates more than Voldemort, you know what I mean? I also love the soundtrack of this film. We get more of the Weasley twins in this one, which I personally love the Weasley twins, so I was really excited to have more of them. And it just showed more of their mischief. In the books, I feel like it shows way more of like the pranks that they would pull all the time. Whereas like in the films, they didn't really have like the space for it. But we definitely got to see that more. And yeah, just like them learning defense spells in secret, and seeing Harry kind of try and recover from Cedric's death. And then in this film, obviously he's like grieving Cedric and like watching him die and feeling like he's the reason why Cedric died, and then ends up having to also grieve his godfather, who is like the only real family that he felt that he had left. Like, obviously his friends are family and whatever, but Sirius was like the only real tie that he had to his parents. Like, he has Remus, sure, but Sirius was so close to his dad that was like a huge deal for him that Sirius died. So yeah. Then we have Deathly Hallows Part 2. A lot of people be hating on Deathly Hallows, let me tell you what. But Deathly Hallows Part 2 is obviously the final film in the franchise. I don't know, it's just fun. It's action-packed, dragons, fucking riding dragons. I believe Dobby's death is in this part. Honestly, part 1 and part 2 mesh together in my head, so I'm pretty sure it's part 2 that happens, maybe. I can't remember which one is which, because obviously you just watch them back to back, so like it's one film in my head. But I can't remember if they're held hostage in the first one or the second one. Let me look. Hold on. Okay, it is evidently part 1. So, honestly, I don't really know what to say about this one because, like I said, they mesh together in my head. But I know that the first one is a lot of them, like, camping around, running, blah, blah, blah. It's just, like, the start of everything, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, part 2 is where they actually, like, kind of battle more. They are officially destroying and acquiring Horcruxes, whereas like in the first one it's just them kind of figuring out what the fuck they're even doing, you know what I mean? But okay, then I have Sorcerer's Stone, aka Philosopher's Stone, which is the first one. This one I love, obviously, because it's an introduction to the world. It's so fantastical. It's so, like, I don't know, it's just, like, so fun and nostalgic, and I don't know, it's a great opening to the series, I feel like, and it still feels very light. Like, obviously, this story ends up getting pretty dark, so, like, watching the first one is so I don't know, it's just so cute and fun, and they're all so small in it, and I don't know, I just love it a lot. That soundtrack is really good too. Obviously, like I said, though, it's a very different vibe of soundtrack. It's very kind of happy and whimsical, but yeah, and it also has a lot of iconic scenes in this first one, as we know. Then I actually ranked Chamber of Secrets next. A lot of people always say that Chamber of Secrets is the worst Harry Potter film. I don't know why, personally. I think it's good. So, Chamber of Secrets is my second to last. Chamber of Secrets, obviously there's better films in the franchise, which is why it's so low down the list, but I don't think it's the worst one. Okay, maybe I'm biased because I actually like all of the films. I just like some better than others, right? But this one, I liked this one. I think it's really interesting to see kind of Tom Riddle. I mean, we see more of Tom Riddle in Half-Blood Prince. But in this one, we kind of see this Tom Riddle and how, and we see Harry destroy a Horcrux in this film without even knowing that it's a Horcrux. And obviously there's the giant fucking basilisk, and there's like this, I don't know, I like this film. It's fun. They do like the polyjuice potion. Hermione accidentally turns herself into a cat. You get that iconic line from Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy being like, "Why are you wearing glasses?" I was reading. I didn't know you could read. And that was, what's the word? I don't know, it wasn't a part of the script. He like forgot the line and improv'd that line. Yeah, I don't know, I like this one. I think it's really fun. Has good humor in it. Yeah. Although Tom Felton needed a bleach and tone. Let me tell you what, he needed to tone that fucking hair. His hair was so yellow in this film. Then last but not least, we have Deathly Hallows Part 1. I don't hate this film. I don't think it's the worst film ever or whatever. I just don't enjoy it as much as the others because it is, like I said, kind of setting everything up. It's pretty slow. We have the wedding, Bill and Fleur's wedding in this, and then the Death Eaters attack. We have them, they start going on the run and hunting for Horcruxes. But they have no idea what they're hunting for, so it's honestly just them kind of camping the whole time is what this film is them camping and researching. And then they find the locket, and it's just them being like controlled by this locket. It's like poisoning their mind basically, which is why they act like such assholes. In case y'all didn't know, since y'all love to hate on Ron so much, please, like, y'all don't know him like I do. It poisons their mind and attacks their insecurities and makes them act in certain ways. So that's kind of like what that film is. And then they get taken hostage, but at the Malfoy Manor, Hermione gets tortured, and Dobby dies in this one. So honestly, now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should flip-flop them, because now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of good, like, well, not good, it's horrible stuff, but a lot of, like, good scenes are in this film. So maybe I would flip-flop Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 with each other, now that I'm kind of remembering what is actually in Part 1 and what's in Part 2. Although the final battle is a great watch, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But, yeah, that is my personal ranking of the Harry Potter films, Harry Potter franchise, you know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your personal ranking is, if it differs from mine, which I'm sure it does. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, which will either be a true crime video or what I watched in April. Films I watched in April. It'll probably be true crime because I'm gonna try and post at least one video before the final video of the month, because I have been slacking this month, let me tell you. Anyways, that is the end of this video. Like I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.